Hello, good evening, everybody. Hopefully, y'all can hear me. Hopefully, everything is great. I should be doing like a sound check on my phone or something, but it is what it is. We're here now. How y'all doing? Hey, hey, hey. Let me see who's it. Hello, Layla. Hello, Erica. Defina, Tandy. Sh- sh- Ooh, what a name. How do you pronounce that name? The last name is Turner. Lady Bell, Popcorn, BKS Aid, Aaliyah, Nichelle, Isabel, Debira, Miss AKA. Hello. Hello, V. Hello, Cassie, Andrea. What's up, everybody? Siobhan. Okay. Oh, it's one of. Okay. I got it. Okay. It's my thing is saying my internet is horrible. So y'all are. Give me a second while I do the hotspot. I should have known. I should have known. It is what it is. Siobhan. Okay. Hopefully I remember that for next time. Siobhan. Beautiful name. Hey, y'all. Marshall and Jackie's stories on how the slurring went down is very different. Okay. We're going to get into some things. Still trying to finish the reunion. I don't blame you. It has been a tough go at for a lot of people. I read a Love is Blind article on Business Insider. The show is an awful experience. It seems all reality TV is an awful experience. All of it. Ain't nothing special about Love is Blind. It's all unethical. Yeah. I thought you were just doing the robot. Are you mocking me? Are you mocking my internet right now? Is that what's happening? Okay. Okay. Hey, Ramel. Tina says, stupid reunion. I'm crying. Guys, how's the internet? Is it like super bad or is it bearable? Can we make it work? Because I'm seeing a little green box on the bottom of my screen, and if we're green, that means good to go in my books. Green means let's get it cracking. Fine for you. Tina has spoken. All right. Okay. Y'all get to see my phone screen. Oh, get with the program. Do y'all get to see my phone screen? It's not updating. Damn it, let me do it again. They had the contestants deprived of sunlight, dictating when they could sleep, and sleeping 15 in one room. No phone, no music, nothing. I mean, I hate to be that person, but am I going to be that person, guys? I constantly bring up the fact that I have also signed up for reality TV, and I'm sorry, in those contracts, you sign your life away. In those contracts. So, yes, I do have sympathy in the sense that contract or not, entertainment or not, there should be a certain code that these people should abide by. The other hand, I'm like, it's in the contract though. I, it's in the contract though. I don't know. Like, this contract basically said anything you do and say will be held against you. They said, baby girl, this, I'm talking about the contract that I was signing. I signed it. They said you better scrub your internet history, because anything that they find and they want to crucify you for, that's beyond us. They said you will get fined if you break certain rules. You were going to get fined if you told people you were going to go on the show. Like, they don't play. You sign your life rights. You sign it away. Literally, Big Brother is the show that I'm talking about. That's the show that I had applied for. I did a video on it and everything. Well, I was talking about the audition process, but that contract, I'm pretty sure I'd get in trouble if I showed you guys, but I still have it on my computer. You sign your life away, guys. Yeah, it's informed consent, but these people don't strike me as the type to read the terms and conditions. All that I'm saying is it tells you what you're signing up for in that contract. You weren't, unless you were under duress signing the signature, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, you missed the Discord. Don't worry about it. We're basically going to talk about some of the stuff that we were talking about in Discord in this video. And then I also have a video coming out tomorrow talking about Marshall's interviews and Marshall's dug up tweets. We got to get into that as well. What did Marshall say? Not the best things about Black women. So, well, what can you do? It's so common these days. As Black women, we're kind of used to it. Tired, but used to it. So, they should not pay any money. Let the real people do it for free. What do you mean? What do you mean by that? Jackie only apologized after... Okay, listen. Jackie had to apologize after her man had so eloquently, had so peacefully called an online truce, basically. And he was like, y'all can shift the hate onto me. And then she realized how much she was acting the ass. And then came and, put her tail between her legs and started to apologize. Love from Toronto. You up the street, baby. You up the street. We're buffering. Okay, let me do my hotspot. Let me do my hotspot before we get too far into this. Jackie said it went down like they weren't even fighting, like Marshall said. They were just sitting down and filling out paperwork. And for a gender... That's y'all's friend, though. That's y'all's friend. So, I don't know. Are we back, y'all? Are we back? Let me know. Yes, we are. Great. But she had been shading him with gay insinuations. I want it to be clear that just because we are talking about Marshall does not mean we are not talking about Jackie as well. Like, two things can be true, you guys. It's giving all lives matter, okay? Just because we say Black lives matter does not mean lives that are not Black do not matter. It literally just means Black lives also matter. I don't even want to get into that argument because, but in us talking about Marshall, that does not say anything that Jackie did was justified. Absolutely the hell not. Never, ever, ever. Never, ever, ever does that mean that. Never, ever, ever. Never. So let's get into it. Let's get into the receipts. Let's start with Jackie's receipts here. Somebody did a compilation. I'm going to let them do the talking.
Okay, guys, let's get into these receipts that Jackie posted on her Instagram today. They have since been deleted. Honestly, they were all over the place. She was posting them out of order, so I'm going to post them in order by date, so hopefully they make more sense. I literally had to number them, look, because she posted so many. So this was on April 26th. I'm cool off of this. Tell him I'm good. He can come pick up the ring at the crib. I'm getting all of my shit out the house. She's talking to production. She says Ben said he could come pick up the ring. Now, 4 days later, when you broke up with Marshall and he asked for the ring back, you didn't give it to him. But let me move so you can read. The second text message was a message to Tiffany, pretty much telling her that her and Marshall are not in a good space. Message number 3 is when she mentions the slur. She is talking to Tiffany in these messages. She says, Marshall told me I looked like a and that he viewed me as a project that he could mold into something, which that's the argument we all seen on TV. In message 4, which is still to Tiffany, she tried to block out the end, but not before someone caught the whole thing. This is what she tried to block out. And yes, I pushed him because stop talking that shit to me, to my face. So she put her hands on him. Tiffany saying that she should throw the ring in his face and give him the finger. She says the day before she broke up with Marshall is when he called her the slur. However, earlier this week, she did say that the night he called her the slur was the day they broke up, but she's giving some more context behind the slur. She's saying that it was a joke. They were filling out their marriage thing. He made a joke, but she says that early he was very apologetic and took accountability for it right away. This is April 29th. She's saying this is the day that she broke up with Marshall, and later on that day is when she got the information to meet Josh at the coffee shop. I think the point she really wanted to hone in is that she broke up with Marshall before she saw Josh, period. I think she's still not understanding that. People don't care about that. Apologize for how you treated Marshall. Take accountability for your actions. Literally nobody cares that the coffee date was the next day. Nobody. Here she's talking with production, trying to figure out a time to film her and Marshall's breakup. She posted this to show that she pleaded to go to her wedding dress fitting. So she said, I pleaded at 6:45 to go to my wedding dress fitting. And she's saying, I think I want to go dress shopping, but not try on anything. However, she never shows the rest of this text messages. She posts the same message again, but this time she said, I begged to go to my wedding dress fitting. You could see production tell her, why do you want to go? For what? Because they know that she's about to record her breakup. So why would you want to go? She's saying she was told nope and to meet up with breaking up with Marshall later that day on the 29th. You've told production since the 26th that you're going to break up with him. Why would they spend money on a dress? This is the message she claims production is telling her not to go to the fitting. She says the fitting was at 1 and they just told her to meet at 4:45 to do the breakup scene. This was the day after the breakup, her telling Micah she broke up with him. This is the last one. Got it. Okay, guys, let's get into these receipts.
Okay, so me personally, I wasn't going to read all of that, so I'm glad that she talked it through. But as we've said in previous videos, previous reviews, the timeline literally is irrelevant, Miss Jackie. The actions were the actions. And even if it was a week, 2 weeks, the claim that you were in love with somebody so much so that you saw marriage in the future with them to then bounce to the next person so soon after, it just doesn't make any sense. But again, all of this is nonsensical. So of course somebody can have feelings for someone one day and then have different feelings for somebody else the next day. It is what it is. She did accidentally expose herself of being being physically forceful with Marshall. And I'm like, girl, are you dumb? like, girl, Jesus. It's a mess. It's a mess. Cece, you still don't understand why she was not at the thing? From my understanding, and honestly, I believe this part of the story. From my understanding, because she was receiving death threats, the powers that be thought it would be best if she did not arrive. I think that it was a safety risk for both Netflix and for Jackie. I think that the death threats are absolutely serious. The death threats, I would take those seriously. I know that some people on the internet are trolls. Some other people are literally unhinged. Jackie being one of them. So I do think it's a safety precaution to keep her where she's at, number one. Number two, you cannot police this girl's mouth on a live show. It wasn't just streaming live, it was literally being recorded live. So what this girl was going to say, if she was going to say the transphobic slur on live, it wouldn't have been a good look for Netflix. It just, it was best for all parties involved to have her be over there. Now, I agree with everybody else in saying that Vanessa should have gone harder. Well, let's look at this little TikTok here that talks about Vanessa and her little crossover storyline with Mr. Nick. So that makes something a little bit interesting.
Now it's time for a second to take our stage. Nick, why don't you do the honors of introducing your beautiful wife?
I would love to. Everybody give it up for the most beautiful woman in show business, my wife, Jessica Simpson.
Jessica Simpson, I love that song, and it's even better live. Thank you so much, Jessica and Nick, for stopping by. You guys have a great time tonight at the game, and thank you for coming.
We will. Thank you, guys.
Now it's time
looks like timelines doesn't mean much to Vanessa either. And so some people think that that's why. That's why Vanessa was so gracious to Jackie. That's what people are speculating. What are y'all's thoughts on true time? Vanessa has been getting a lot of heat online. Honestly, I think that it's time for them to hang it up. They have a money maker. Their names are on the show. They don't need their faces to be on the show either, to be honest with you. And this next iteration of the ultimatum, the queer love version, it has a different host. So obviously they're able to release the reins to somebody else. We could do that with Love is Blind too. Insert Chrissy Teigen GIF here. No, honestly. Hey, Jay. Yeah. Why so much talk about the babies? I talked about that even in the review. You never know what somebody is going through. You never know if they have fibroids. You never know if they have cysts. You never know if they have a volatile womb that just will not carry a baby. You just never know. Let's not talk about the wombs. And at the end of the day, maybe I don't want to have kids. That's my prerogative. Don't and then bringing Bartiz at the end was so corny. Oh, hated it. Yeah. Yeah. What if one of them had a miscarriage or can't have exactly. Like I said in my review, you never know what somebody's womb is doing. You never know if somebody even wants to fill up their womb. Maybe they want it empty. Maybe they want to keep it empty. That's their business. Yeah. She's an interesting one. And she also mentioned that she would like to have a fourth or something like that. So it feels like it was a lot of projection. I don't know. I think it's frustrating for Vanessa to be a host and a family member, because even when she was talking about everybody's journey, she was saying we were like the mom and dad. So if you see yourself as part of the family, I'm sorry, you can't really host. You can't really host. You need somebody who's detached. You need somebody who doesn't have a vested interest in this, so that the questions can be the questions. Keep the main thing the main thing. But it is what it is. There was literally no reason to have Bartiz on. That was their segue into asking about babies without it being intrusive. Let's be for real. Because they're like, oh, look, Love is Blind people are having babies. Who's next? Instead of it seeming like it's springing out of nowhere. So it was perfect timing. The whole Bartiz situation, it worked in Vanessa's favor. Like crazy. They could have brought in Jessica as well, because Jessica's currently pregnant too. So, yeah. I would love to see Jessie Woo. Jessie Woo's tongue is too loose. They would not allow it. So let's go on to. She was Miss Teen USA too, I think. I didn't know. All I want from Netflix is to get a legit therapist on there. That's never going to happen, because a legit therapist is going to point out the fact that this is a very predatory process. Throwback to, and I'm not trying to say I was better than the psychologist who was on site, but throwback to me signing up for Big Brother. I could see them baiting me and trying to see if I was unstable. I could see it 1000%. And I had to think to myself, so am I going to play into this just so I can get my time on television? Or am I just going to show up as myself? And I feel like me showing up as myself, the person realized, oh, she's on to us. That's 1000% what I think. I said it in my video. I still stand by what I said. I think those therapists, they're not looking to heal. They're looking to, what's the word? It's not manipulate, but it's similar to manipulate. Anyways, you would have played it. Exploit. Thank you. They're not looking to heal. They're looking to exploit. Yeah. So yeah. Let's go into Josh's confession. Ooh, everybody's apologizing today, child.
Hey, this is Josh. I just want to say that I'm very thankful for the opportunity that Netflix and Love is Blind gave me to come onto the show. How I was portrayed isn't exactly who I am as a person. Those things did happen, but there's always more to the story. I grew up wrestling, doing judo, done jiu-jitsu, I've traveled the world doing all sorts of combat sports. I've lived in Thailand. I finishing my master's with a 4.0. Never had a speeding ticket, never been in trouble with the law. I say these things because I'm passionate and I'm hardworking. In the pods, I think it all started with Marshall and I. A lot of miscommunication, and I have nothing against him. There's a couple scenes where you see me, I sit back, and I chill, I listen to Kwame. Paul and Kwame are talking. I get up, I walk away. In the pods, there's a lot of people telling each other who they're talking to, and that wasn't me. I didn't want anybody to be deterred by who I was talking to, and I wasn't trying to get into any pissing contest with anyone. One night, this was coming to the last days of engagements. I had 2 girls. One girl told me she was going to break up with her other guy. That didn't happen. And then I was supposed to be with Jackie that night, and she never showed up, and I had no idea why. So then I packed my bags, because you can guess, if you don't have any dates, you go home. And that's why I packed my bags. So I was surprised to see her the next day, and I had told her that. And then I told her good things about Marshall, qualities that I don't have, and I'm still working on. And then she had told him that, and there was a miscommunication where he thought I was talking crap about him, but I wasn't. I wasn't sneaking around. I wasn't trying to badmouth anybody. Then I overheard him speaking about me, and I'm pretty sure he knew it was me. So I confronted him about it. And you never see Jackie and I breaking up because we didn't. I took a step back. I thought that they had spoken about getting engaged. Marshall had talked about, yeah, we're getting engaged. Now, I'm not sure if he meant it like we're getting engaged or that's the one. But when he was talking to me, he goes like, I told you about her. I think you're going to get your heart broken. So I took a step back and I said, I apologized. I was never able to emotionally open up to Jackie because that's something that's hard for me, especially in the pods, just like trying to open up to somebody. And when you have somebody else in your ear telling me how great they're doing, what they're talking about, it's a difficult situation unless you've been in it. So then when I went home, I had found out that they hadn't been engaged and that she had actually been upset and torn between the two of us. That was difficult hearing. That was very difficult. But things happen and I understand. So I went back and I was training for a competition. I'd been cutting weight, a lot of weight, because my diet in the pods wasn't the best. And then I got called and I got asked if I would go to Chelsea's birthday party, which I agreed to. And I went, and I knew the odds were against me. Statistically, anybody that's come up to somebody in Love is Blind is like, oh, I think we would work out better, da-da-da-da-da. They usually fail 10 out of 10 times. And I would be naive to think I would be any different. But like I said, I'm a very passionate person. And if I believe in something, I'm going to pursue it even if the odds are against me. Right before I went in there, I had been pre-gaming. And then I had gotten word that Marshall had been talking crap about me, which is obviously true. He said he wanted to scrap me after I had told him that he could be with Jackie, and I apologized if I was stepping on any toes. And that was difficult for me to hear, especially I'm already nervous. I'm going in there, I've never met Jackie, never seen Jackie. And then I get this word of him like speaking like he wants to fight me or something, which, again, I've done a lot of training in my life. I wasn't worried about that situation. It was hard hearing that. And so, as you notice, when I first go in, I have a couple of bad dance moves, but I'm still trying not to focus on what I just heard. I speak to Paul. I say how great Marshall is, but I put his feelings before mine, which, like I said, I had stepped back. And then I see him, and I see his body language. He's staring. He's trying to force his coat on Jackie. And I'm upset because that's when I realize he has been talking crap. And now I'm not very proud of my actions. I'm not proud of how I presented myself. But one thing about me is I wasn't gonna sneak behind his back. I wasn't gonna sneak behind anybody's back. I told him essentially why I was there, but I also had to diffuse the situation because I didn't want us to end up getting into a fight and then end up both going to jail for no reason. I was childish on how I acted, and I recognize that. If I would have known it would hurt Jackie and Marshall so much, I would have taken a step back, and I would have just not have gone, if I'm being honest. That being said, I am sorry to Marshall and Jackie. I think if anybody wants to be upset with anybody, they should be upset with me. I think hate spreads hate, and as we have seen here, he thought I was talking crap about him, so then he started talking crap about me, and just like, where does it end? And anybody that's like going on the comments, I really don't mind whatever you say on my page, but the reason why you guys are hating is because you saw me do something mean, or you saw somebody else on the cast do something mean, and you think by being mean to them fixes everything when it doesn't. It just spreads more hate. Hey.
Now, I will say, I do agree. That was a long 3 minutes, y'all. I do agree that some people have been taking it to the extreme. To the extreme. With the, like, people are trying to dox people. Guys, doxing people is not safe. It's scary. It's scary business, okay? Yeah, that was 3 minutes. I think that was 3 minutes. Yeah, people sending death threats and things like that. I don't think anything is ever that serious unless the person also put death threats on somebody else. You know what I mean? Like, yikes. But it's interesting how people react a certain way and then are shocked when that same treatment is given back to them. Let me get this man off the screen. He's just distracting me. It's interesting how Jackie was vile. We saw her being vile on the screen. And the screenshots made things just so much worse. And like I said, we can talk about both things. Yes, I like to bring up Marshall because there's more to talk about when it comes to Marshall. And in the same conversation, Jackie's there as well. Jackie wasn't a good person. So people are upset. And people want to hold her accountable, especially because she wasn't doing so up until this apology that we're about to read. She wasn't doing anything. She was gaslighting us, telling us what we saw was not what we saw, when we literally saw it with our eyes. She was saying things that were homophobic about Marshall. And it's interesting because she has people very close in her life who are in the LGBTQ community. So you would think her mindset would be different. You would think the way that she has the perspective of Marshall and how she spoke about him would be different, considering the people in her circle. But I guess maybe you're not the company that you keep. I don't know. Interesting. So, like, yeah, I don't know. If she was fighting everybody. She was fighting everybody. She was also on a witch hunt for Marshall, trying to make it seem like, well, look at him too. And it's like, yeah, but we're still talking about you at the same time. We could talk about both conversations. Don't worry, I can multitask. Y'all ever been in a group chat talking about one thing, and then in your group chat on Instagram talking about another thing, and those people are in the same group chat on Twitter, and y'all talk about another thing? I can multitask. Don't worry about my capabilities. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. Okay. Wait, yeah. How allowed is this on Jackie's? What do you mean by that? All these apologies for production, producing the drama. This is a hot mess. That's literally what Discord is. Okay, bare conversations, all in the same conversation. Like, please. Tammy talks. Well, hey, Tammy, baby girl. That's my new sis. I just came across her with the season, and I love it. If y'all don't watch her videos, what are you doing? Go and support. Okay. Yeah, no, it's just she was violating NDAs. She was putting herself at risk. Honestly, I think so too. I think that being so aggressive in social media opened herself up to a lot of ridicule, and it just got to be too much to bear. And so now we're gonna read her apology. So this girl done gone and said, let's open this big. I would like to start off by saying I sincerely apologize and take accountability for my actions and words in my relationship between Marshall and I. I also want to take time to express my gratitude and appreciation for Marshall clearing up that I did in fact end the relationship before meeting Josh at the coffee shop. I understand that it was a quick transition from one relationship to another, but this relationship did not start as most do in the real world. To some, it may seem as if it was a quick transition. However, there is only a small percent that can be shown on TV, and my connection with Josh was deeper than it seems from a viewer's perspective. I also would like to thank Marshall for taking accountability. I would also like to thank Marshall for taking accountability for the derogatory term that was made off camera. I would also like to apologize and take accountability for my disparaging remarks as well in those leaked messages. It was tasteless and disrespectful to speak about anyone that way. It was never a battle between Marshall and I. I just wanted to clear the timeline of the events and take place. I can't read, you guys. Y'all know I have reading issues. Please bear with me. I just wanted to clear the timeline of the events that took place, as it looked as if I was a cheater and started one relationship before leaving the other. I'm thankful that Vanessa Lachey allowed me to speak my piece and take accountability for my actions. All I can do is learn and grow from this experience. Like Marshall said at the reunion, we both deserve happiness, peace, and to be able to move on from what transpired last year. Marshall and I have personally apologized to each other and also took accountability for our actions and have moved on. I would also like to apologize and take accountability to the public, as it was done on a show for everyone to see. Actions speak louder than words. Jacqueline Bonds. Listen, one thing I've learned about reading Jackie's statements is there's going to be hella mismatched words, all kinds of grammar imperfections. I don't know. Accountability is everybody's favorite word, 1000%. But you know what? At this point, you know what? I don't know. I was about to say at this point, the damage is done. But then again, if we ask for accountability and then accountability is taken, what can we then do? Like she said, actions will speak louder. So I want to see reformed behavior. You know what I mean? It's not owed to me. Literally, anything she does in her life has no impact on mine. But yeah, I don't know. Not y'all saying she got it from ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Yeah, we need to see her implement that at first. This is valid at the reunion. But like I said, we're not really quite sure why they weren't there at the reunion. She seemed pretty adamant that she was going to be there. So much so that she had done the promo and all that stuff, was saying, y'all gonna see. So I'm pretty sure the plan was for her to be there. I think the powers that be cut that out. I truly believe that the powers that be cut that out. She was just making a TikTok about the live reunion fail, laughing. SMH, this is true. That's what I'm saying. I think that Josh's apology is what sprung out her apology. Because I don't think we were going to get one otherwise. I really don't think so. I like to hear what actions people will take after accepting accountability. True. She could have gave us a list of what she was going to do to change, the things she was going to go and learn about herself. And yeah, I think that they both need to work on their speech, because calling somebody the T word, my chest even just dropped in me saying that. The jawline, you could have been a man, like, even in jest, I don't think that's funny. And then for her, sugar in your tank, he's sweet, he's giving me vibes, like, again, why? And it is disappointing coming from somebody who is closely related to people in that community. That's like me as a dark-skinned black woman being colorist against dark-skinned black women. How much sense does that make? Anyways, you know, she isn't going to do any self-work. If she doesn't do any self-work, honestly, that means nothing to me. Her efforts or lack of efforts have no effect to my life personally. So that's her prerogative. If she doesn't want to do anything, that's her business. If she doesn't want to do anything, that's also her business. Have you noticed we never actually get exposed to people's growth after these hefty apologies? That's why they're hard to digest. You're not wrong. As much as people love to call me masculine, they don't care. Who's they? She took a jab, but his hurt a bit more. That's all. That's true. I think she thought because he was soft, I need y'all to see my quotes, because he was soft, he wouldn't be able to dish it back. But he dished, honey. Oh, he dished. Oh, he dished. Yeah. That was a tough one. Oh, you didn't miss it, TaylorMade. You were here. She called him a simp in a recent interview. That interview, it was pre-filmed, if I'm not mistaken. So it wasn't as recent as when it was posted, because I was watching another video from Sharonda and she was talking about how she had already interviewed the cast and she had already seen the season. So that's just to play devil's advocate, even though the devil don't need one. We all know this. The devil does not need an advocate. So yeah. Not defending Marshall, but listening to his interview, it sounded like they were just joking and she kept going low and then he went lower. No, 1000%. 1000%. The they is the audience, hence why these two ain't being dragged for their comments toward the other. Okay. Yeah. A lot of their interviews were pre-recorded. Yeah, exactly. A lot of them were pre-recorded. So this was before all of the internet trash talking was even happening, before the backlash was even happening. So I think she still thought she wasn't going to get the treatment that she's currently getting in that interview. But she did call him a simp. Y'all saw that. That was the first clip I put in my video, because I was like, she is still talking about change behavior, but you calling this man a simp, and you, goodness sakes. Anyways, let's move on. Let's move off of these two because it's exhausting. Oh no, we're not off of them. We need to talk about Monica. Child.
Yes, it came out today that there was another engaged couple that haven't been in the articles. And judging from one of her Insta stories, it was Josh that she was engaged to. Long story short, she said after the reveal, she realized it wasn't right for her. They decided to part ways, had a conversation, and she kept the ring. Yes, it came out today that there was another engaged couple that haven't.
So, Mr. If it's not you, I'm packing my bags and I'm leaving, was also spewing to another woman, if it's not you, I'm packing my bags and I'm leaving. And then got engaged to her. So now how that makes sense? Y'all saying who is Monica? let me Google. Monica Love is blind. I hope nothing incriminating pulls up on my phone, ladies and gentlemen. That's Monica. Mr. If it's not you, I'm leaving. Propose to somebody else. Crazy. Josh proposed. Guys. Mr. Joshua. Mr. I got a 4.0. Mr. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. Mr. I'm packing my bags. If it's not you. Was proposing to Miss Girl. Interesting. So you guys are mixing up this Josh and another Josh, because there was another Josh who goes by JP who was engaged to another woman who looks similar to this woman. So let's look up those people too. It's not this Josh though. Love is Blind. Cause y'all know Love is Blind doesn't not me not knowing how to spell love. Not Japan. Damn it. JP, and hopefully that'll show up. No, it will not. Let me just type in Josh. Can you give us the white Josh? Thank you. Jeez. This is Josh. A different Josh. And Ava, thank you. Ava. And the tea with this one. You would like to see Asian representation, right? 2 Asian women were proposed to, but things didn't work out. And honestly, it was probably for the best because, well, both Joshes turned out to be absolute trash. Josh with Jackie ended up with Jackie. He wanted to be with Jackie. We know that. But this Josh here, JP, as soon as he found out that their storyline wasn't going to be followed by production, on the plane home, because they filmed in LA, on the plane home, he broke up with her. On the plane home, plane ride home. He said, you know what? Yeah, all of a sudden, it's not working out. All of a sudden, I've just had an epiphany. You know, I've come to terms with the fact that I'm a cloud chaser. And since it's not going to work out in my favor, I guess I'm just going to dump you before we even land. You know, not even going to give it a try. So, yeah. Future Love is Blind contestants, if his name is Josh, turn around. Turn around, baby girl. Turn around. He's not the one. They filmed in LA because that's where the Love is Blind set is, but the show was based with people in Seattle. The show, I guess you could say, was based in Seattle because the people were in Seattle. Some of them were from Arizona, others were from Oregon. But yeah, who was doing the casting? Who knows? Who knows? She said, love may be blind, but I'm not, and was out. Yeah. It's not even her that said that. It's JP. JP is the one who was like, yeah, you know what? I'm good off it. This man. He's the one who broke up with her on the plane. I heard that they couldn't get enough people in Seattle. That's why they expanded their search. Yes, I heard that as well. I don't watch Me, You, and My Ex, but I was seeing it, and I'm kind of interested. I'm not gonna lie. This is why they should not be paying these people. You really don't want these people to get a stipend. You're not about the stipend at all. But here's the thing. It's the stipend. Everybody says the stipend is really not that grand. It doesn't matter what show you go on, unless you are like a seasoned person on that show. So let's say it's Real Housewives and it's season 13 or something like that. Or if it's the challenge and this is your like 15th season of the challenge, only then is your stipend significant. But if it's a regular reality show where there's one season and we're typically not going to see you again, it's not a big stipend. How much is it? I don't know. Let's look that up actually. Love is Blind stipend. Love is Blind stipend. I can't spell. Oh. Well, that's not bad, you know. I'd like a good 8K in my account right now. Damn, $7 an hour, basically. Sheesh. But yeah, $1,000. Well, you know, that's not bad, you know. Pretend to be in love for $8,000. I got you. I got you. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. But you also have to remember there is a $50,000 fine if you leave the show. So you have to put up with their unethical practices to get this 8K. And that's if you fulfill the whole process. And if you don't fulfill the process and you leave without them excusing you, $50,000 fine. So yeah. 50K is insane. I know. Nicole said, that ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. Yep, 50K. 50K. And that's why I was saying, you guys, I understand what people are saying that, yo, reality TV, it's so predatory and all that stuff. But I'm telling you, if I knew I could share this contract without getting in trouble, I would share this contract with you right now. In the contract, you sign your rights away. Nobody is putting you under duress to put your signature on that dotted line. Either you didn't read or reading comprehension is tough. It's in there. And let me tell you, it took me about 3 days to read through that entire contract because it is like 60 pages. 60. And they get to do whatever they want to do. They run a background check on you. They want to know your siblings' phone numbers. They want to know, do you have credit debt? They want to know everything. You sign your life away. So how these people be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know what I was getting into. How you not know? How did you not know? What? The only thing that I would say you did not know was how much the public was going to attack you if you came across as a villain and we weren't a fan of it. I could give you that. But how you not know? It's all there in the contract. It is all there in the contract. Credit debt, LMAO, they making sure you can afford the fine if you can't take the torment. Literally, they want to know everything. Everything. They want to know if you have family members who have ever been incarcerated. When I went for my physical for this damn show, I had to get a breast exam. I had the lady all up in there. I had to get an ECG. They had me hooked up to the machines and all that stuff. I had to do a physical test. They wanted to see how physically fit I was. Everything. Does your family have a history of any health complications, diabetes, heart diseases? They don't play. They don't play. Down to your tattoos. Who did your tattoos? Are you able to cover them up? Because if we show your tattoos, now we're going to have to pay that person too. These production companies, they don't play. They don't play. So I'm sorry, I don't buy it when people are like, oh my gosh, it's so predatory. I had no idea. You did. You just wanted to be on TV, so much so that you bypassed all the fine print. It's right there. Do you have to do a psych eval? Absolutely. But let me tell you about the psych evaluation. Now, I'm not going to speak for every show. I'm just going to speak for Big Brother Canada. That psych eval ain't real. That psych evaluation, let me tell you something. It's to see if you're unhinged. It's not to see if you are stable. It's to see if you are unstable. And again, just because I took psychology does not mean I am now well versed in psychology and everything. I didn't get my master's or anything like that, but I do have a psych degree. I was peeping what the psychologist was trying to do to me, and I said, Elaine, you have a choice. Do you want to be on TV or no? Do you want to be on TV or no? And I was like, you know what? I'm good off it. Nah, it's okay. It can miss me. It can miss me. They don't care about no psych eval. Like, let's be for real. They don't care. They don't care. 1000%. They want to see if you're going to make good TV. They want to see. So let's talk about the deprivation thing. They deprive you of sleep sometimes because you're going to be out of whack. They provide you with alcohol because, again, you're going to be out of whack. Sometimes food deprivation and all that stuff. Like, that's why shows like Survivor and Big Brother feel so intense, because the living conditions are just messed. And so your mind starts to play games. Your mind starts to play tricks on you. So you start to become paranoid of things that in your right mind you would not be paranoid about. You start to feel more intense feelings for people that in a regular environment with that same person, you wouldn't have those intense feelings for them. It's all a ploy. Hi, Marielle. Entertainment is always top priority, 1000%. Let's have you go on Love is Blind so y'all can rip me to shreds? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, thank you. Yeah. Sleep deprivation is definitely triggers different reactions, especially intense emotions. Exactly. It's all strategic. It is all purposeful. Them not feeding you for a long time, it is purposeful. You being in those pods for 10, 12 hours, it's purposeful. They prey on the weak. That's the point. You will not go easy on me. Oh, you cannot trick me. You cannot trick me. What was the BB Can stipend? I don't know. Let me look it up. But my thing was, I want to just play the game. Like, I don't want to... Like, I just want to know how good I would... Oh, that's the prize money. For a second, I was like, huh? But what is the stipend? What's the number? Tell us the number, sweetie. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the number is, but yeah. Do we have more receipts or no? Receipts not necessarily, but we're going to talk about Micah and Paul. Not you telling me to move along.
Friends of Love is Blind watchers, I said I was done for the day, but somebody tagged me in this video, and I just feel like this is about to get messy. So I'm gonna play y'all the clip on what Paul says to ZMZ. Shout out to Zachary Reality for posting this, but I'm gonna post a clip.
Yeah, we dated a bit. Didn't last for very long, you know. I went and visited her, and then pretty much after I came back to Seattle, she like broke it off just like that. I was just like, okay.
Oh, she broke it off with you?
Yeah, immediately like fucks off to Europe with like some random person, like a random dude. I'm like, okay, cool.
So Paul is pretty much saying that Micah broke it off with him. She's the one that broke up after the situation, and that pretty much she was with somebody else like soon after. But the thing about it is, Micah commented in Zachary Reality's comments was like, oh, this is what we about to do? No, she's like, now I know what game we are playing. Let's get it. And y'all, they're telling me in the comments that Micah is doing an interview with Nick Vale on Thursday. And we gonna have to see, because this is kind of getting messy now. Now this is where the drama's starting to pick up. Yeah, I'll be back Thursday if he does an interview. And y'all know I'll do a recap for you people. Y'all love this, so I'll do another one. So, yeah. Friends of Love is Blind, watch it.
So I thought this was interesting because, especially in my comments, when I was talking about Paul getting the right amount of smoke, a lot of y'all was mad at me. But it's looking like Paul has some skeletons in the closet that Micah wants to release real soon. And I'm sorry. 1000%, like I said with Jackie, anything that I say about the people that they were partnered with does not absolve them at all. 1000%. I get that. Okay? I hope y'all get that too. Micah, not great. Not great at all. Paul, I have been skeptical of Paul. I've been skeptical. And I can't necessarily give you too many pinpointed reasons as to why. It's just my gut. So guess where I will be on Friday? I'll be listening to that interview because I want to know what she has to say. No, I'm never wrong, please. Yeah, I don't know. Paul's an interesting one. I felt bad for Micah. I was starting to feel bad for Micah too. Paul is a snake in the grass. Listen, I don't know, guys. I don't know. There's something low-key about Paul, and just because he doesn't talk much doesn't mean you shouldn't be listening. You should be listening. I agree. When I saw Paul flirting with Arena and playing it down with Micah, very sus. Thank you. You've been on point with pointing out specific things in the cast. Your gut has been spot on. Listen, he is calculated. He is calculated. Paul irritated me with a non-apology for the hurtful comments, saying he phrased it incorrectly. It's the quiet ones you gotta watch out for. Okay. So I might, depending on how the interview goes with Micah, if it's worth talking about, then I'll talk about it. And hopefully this is the last time I talk about Love is Blind, because Indian Matchmaker is coming and I want to talk about that. I want to move on from Love is Blind, right? But what I do have coming tomorrow is, like I said, Marshall's tweets and his interview with Nick, and then potentially Micah's interview. And just a quick touch on Marshall's tweets. Basically what he was talking about was Black women need to do better. That was essentially his sentiments. It was like, Black women need to do better. And some people are saying, he was young. Okay, but this whole Captain Save a Hoe is clearly his entire MO. Back when he was 18, making those tweets. Back a year ago when he was on this show. And just a few days ago when he did this interview with Nick. It's a thing with Marshall. It's a thing. Do better in what in life? Let me read them to you real quick. It's my, should I open my chats? Hold on, wait a minute now. Let me block my phone for a second. I don't know what you guys are going to work into. Okay. A group of sad Black girls that sit in a damn circle sharing their stories on why men ain't shit. I'll tell you, Black females, why? You walk into a restaurant and what do you see? A white couple, a Hispanic couple, an Asian couple, and a group of Black girls. Black girls could care less about our feelings, LOL. Percentage currently married: white women 51%, Hispanic women 45%, Black women 26%. Damn. Then he responded to somebody saying, I admire each and every race. I'm not disgusted with Black females either. I'm simply trying to give incentive to be better. So Black women, we need to be better. Black women, we need to be better. We need to be better. Let me just put that back. What do you say? I admire each and every race. I'm not disgusted with black females. Oh, sorry. I'm saying black women. We need to be black females. We need to be better. Black females. We need to be better. I think Jackie is Latina, but that's not the point. The point is his Captain Save-A-Ho has always been a thing. Always been a thing. This man feels so superior to women that he could just come in and elevate you. And I'm like, Marshall, who do you think you are? Like, what the? I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. Yep, females. That's what he said. That's what he said. Where did we find that? They find that on Twitter. You can go find it right now. Just search up his name and search up black. Let me do it right now. Maybe he has he might have even hidden them now that it's like all over the place. Let me look. At Marshall Glaze. How you spell this man's last name? How do you guys spell Marshall? Am I blocked or something? I can't find this man, this man's Twitter. Oh, that's what Marshall T. Glaze. That's his TikTok. I mean, that's his Twitter. Let's look at females. Like, they're right there. Marshall says, I tell ya, black females, why? I admire each and every race. I'm not disgusted with black females either. I'm simply trying to give incentive to be better. And this ain't no fake account either. That's smart. That's your boy. Ain't that your friend? I'm joking. But yeah. Someone called him out and he said he was a dumb teenager. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, if he didn't have the same demeanor on the show and even because in the interview that he did with Nick, which was a day or two ago, he's talking about Jackie and Nick is saying, well, why did you want to pursue her knowing how she was? Oh, I saw potential in her and I wanted to help her. And I'm just like, what? Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I won't fully dismiss the dumb teenager explanation, but that's how we saw him act. That's what I'm saying. It's pretty in line with what we saw on the show. Speak the truth and shame the devil now. Speak the truth and shame the devil. So yeah, that's what I'm going to talk about in tomorrow's video. And then last but not least, oh, y'all, should we do that cut video? I don't know. This is Andy Cohen talking about a live interview. I mean, a live reunion. Now, I personally think I'm still in favor of a live reunion. I just think it should be left to the seasoned veterans, but some of y'all want to talk about Andy Cohen's thoughts on the live interview.
Live reunions are a very bad idea.
Right.
See season 1 Miami.
Right.
There is a reason we don't do reunions live.
And say why that is.
There is a lot of grist to go through before you get to the prime beef. And there is a reason they're edited down. We could talk about a topic on a reunion taping for 25 minutes, for 45 minutes before really getting to the heart of something. At the last Jersey reunion, as a aside almost, I brought up the fact that Melissa wasn't a bridesmaid. Like, it wasn't on the question card. It just came up. It wound up creating like an hour of strife and drama and stuff that was really important. So, reunion shows are almost like a fishing expedition. So, you're going around, you're talking about different topics. You don't know what's going to land, what's going to hit. And by the way, a lot of times, people will have incredible one-liners that no one in the room really heard because someone on the other side is talking or something. So we go through the footage, we hone it, we edit it. It is finely shaped. So that's one of the reasons I think it's a bad bad idea to do a live reunion.
Yeah.
You've been at plenty of reunion tapings. You've seen there are ebbs and flows.
They're 13 hours long.
Exactly. And you can't say, oh, okay, we're going to do it tightly in an hour. Sometimes it takes longer to get someone revved up emotionally, by the way. You want them to be feeling the most intense feelings that they can about the seasons. That takes time to shape and craft. There's an art here, guys. You can't just bang it out and say, okay, we're doing it from 9 to 9:59, and that's when the reunion's going to be. Live reunions are very bad.
So what do you guys think? Live reunion, should they do it again? Should they not do it? Not he gets it. There's some Andy fans in the house. The only reason why I was in favor of the live reunion is because every time that a reunion is pre-filmed way ahead of time, so much other drama happens within that time that doesn't get addressed. And I want to hear it from the people. I don't want to hear it behind people's keyboards. Say it to that person's face. I want to hear you say it to the camera. That's number one. Number two, a lot of people talk about so much being cut out of the reunions. They're like, I did mention this, but it didn't make it to the edit. So I'm in favor of a live reunion from a seasoned professional, from a veteran in the game. This is Netflix's second attempt at something live. Now, why would you make Love is Blind the second attempt? Are y'all dumb? Especially for season 4? Season 4 has had the craziest reach I have seen for Love is Blind. Even my own numbers are just like, whew. I appreciate every single one of you who came to watch my reviews, whether you agreed or disagreed. Every single view, I appreciate that. You are keeping the lights on. The reach has been insane. So why y'all thought it would work live, I don't know. And I think at the point that we were waiting for 20 minutes, y'all should have just went on, recorded, and kept things pushing, put it up later. The fact that they kept us waiting for an hour and a half, and even people's computers were still not working. People's Netflix app on the Roku, on the Fire Stick, I don't know what you're using, it still was not working. I don't know, but I'm still in favor. I'm still in favor of a live reunion. They crashed Al Gore's internet. It's crazy. Honestly, Love is Blind reunions are typically mid, but it would be safer to have a pre-recorded reunion if they're keeping the same hosts, which they shouldn't. I agree. I think they should swap the hosts out. Now, me personally, I know everybody was upset at Vanessa, but I felt like my personal questions were answered. So I wasn't mad at Vanessa, besides the baby stuff. I wanted to dig into Paul a little bit. I know everybody thinks that she was biased for that, and she was. But me, I also wanted to dig into Paul, so that worked in my favor. I wanted to investigate Marshall too, so I was cool with that. What we can put to rest is Tiffany going to rest. Enough. We get it. Kwame and Chelsea, now I feel like she could have been a little bit more nosy. She could have been. I like that she pushed Zach to talk about what he was saying to Paul over there whispering, number one. And I also like that she was like, you're seeing women on the cast, we're telling you things. Name names. because I too would like to hear the names. So listen, she definitely missed the mark as a host in general, but my agenda was fulfilled. And that's why I wasn't mad at it. That's why I wasn't mad at it. The Tiffany joke was beyond lame. There's 900 of y'all in here. Oh. Where do y'all be when I'm doing other stuff? I'm joking. I appreciate every single one of you. It's okay. It's okay. Same interview energy should have been given to everyone. 1000%. 1000%. Digging into Paul is fine, but digging the same hole was too much. I hear you. Tiffany and Brett should have stayed home. She cut people off and spoke about her personal. That's always her. That is always her. If somebody came in pregnant, oh, it would have been game over. Because that's what happened with the ultimatum. Maddie came with a belly, and she was like, oh, well, let's totally forget what Maddie did during the season. Who cares? Let's talk about your baby. I said, Vanessa, girl. Ugh. So, it is what it is. Am I stupid, or is Nick the more famous one of the two? That's why I found it weird that he wasn't talking as much. Well, Nick is currently in some hot water himself, so I think it's best that he doesn't speak much. And then I think that the process is closer to Vanessa's heart than it is to Nick. Nick is just there because his name is on the show. So yeah, it is what it is. Queen, I can't stand Zach and Bliss. You know what, Ray? Before the reunion, I was with you. Oh, y'all want to talk about the hot water? That ain't no problem. Y'all know that's what we're here for. We're doing some social media sleuthing. We could do that. Not y'all seeing my last searches. Your man left you for dead, ho. What am I doing? Oh, Nick. Nick Lachey. Let's say Nick Lachey. Anger management. Yeah.
Nick Lachey is under fire right now and has been ordered to anger management and AA over a paparazzi incident last year. Netflix reality fans will know Nick Lachey as the host of Love is Blind, The Ultimatum, and most recently Perfect Match. Last year, a paparazzi person was taking pictures of him and he got so upset he reached into the person's car. The lady told Daily Mail that out of all the celebrities she's taken pictures of, no one has ever reacted like this, and if she didn't roll up her car window, Nick would have hit her. It's been a year since the incident and he has plenty of time to apologize, but instead he just figured it would go away. So now Nick Lachey is going to have to take responsibility and accountability for his actions. Do you think this will affect his hosting career at Netflix? Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Nick Lachey is under...
So he has been ordered to go to anger management because he, like Will Smith, cannot keep his hands off people. So yeah. That older lady is paparazzi. Y'all know how much paparazzi pays? I couldn't personally live that lifestyle because listen, chasing people down to the streets. Whew. But when they get those pictures and they sell it to the blogs, these people are making money. Lukewarm bathwater. But what I'm saying is, I think that he's just trying to keep himself out of the limelight because he's got his own situation going on right now. Don't do Willard. I wasn't even talking about the Oscar situation. I was talking about him and the other paparazzi person because he slapped the paparazzi guy that one time. So yeah, he be reaching at people too. Oh, I thought he cheated. Nah, Chloe, he didn't cheat. He just has anger issues. That's all. He has a superiority complex. You know what I think it is? I don't know. I was going to say something, but then I was going to take it back. I take it back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he does. I don't know. Someone give Vanessa a baby. Vanessa should give herself a baby. Every person that she asks, when are you gonna have a baby? Baby, after you. Lead the charge. Lead the charge. I'm gonna follow in your footsteps, honey. I'd throw hands too. Yeah, that's the thing. Like being in the limelight and having people constantly invading your privacy, it gets to you. It's no wonder why a lot of these people are on drugs and are coping with the worst substances in the world, because like being in Hollywood is so demoralizing. It's so dehumanizing. Could never be me. Yeah, she has 3, but at the reunion she was saying, I want a 4th. And he was like, no. What are you talking about? Yeah. Last thing that I was going to talk about was the cut video. I'm not going to play it just because it's long, but basically Kwame, what did Kwame say? Kwame said that he wanted to go 50-50. And that's what Jackie was talking about him about. Because the question was, did anybody like talk-ish about me in the pods? And Chelsea was like, yeah, it was Jackie. And it was the fact that he wanted to go 50-50. I don't know. I feel like in this day and age, especially like with cost of living, I'm less judgmental on people who want to go 50-50. Is that my portion? No. But I'm less judgmental for people who want to go 50-50. So, yeah. Chelsea gathered Micah, and that let's meet the puppies convo. I love what you do, Queen. Has anyone brought up the fact that maybe Irina reminded Zach of his mother? That's what. Oh, I don't know. Oh yeah, I seen that there's a cut video, and Brett was saying that the white woman was the most attractive besides Tiffany. Great segue. Brett also said Brandy was the most attractive outside of Tiffany. Hey man, you like what you like. I don't know. She's beautiful. I just did not think that would have been his answer. But yeah. What y'all talking about? 50-50? I don't mind 50. Not this hurts. I'm not slandering him. I didn't say anything. I'm just saying that's not who I thought he would pick. That was a shock to me. Yeah, in regards to the 50-50, I think, listen, go with what works for you. If you want somebody who's down with 50-50, find somebody who's down with 50-50. If you want your man or your partner to pay all the bills, find somebody who's okay with paying all the bills. I don't know why it turns into this big discussion as if your man is our man. Your man is your man. Your man is your man. Your partner is your partner. You handle that. You deal with that. Go over there with that. Okay? Yeah. Let the people do it. Like, but why would I give a damn? Broadway. And actually, you'll get like 12 in one pack. It's great. They're on Amazon. Just look up Broadway lip gloss. It's amazing. Brett just seems so unproblematic. Yeah, I think that he is unproblematic. And I'd love to see how things go for them. I want them to have the Cameron and Lauren story. So yeah, we'll see. Thanks, Kimberly. Are you flirting with me? Because I'm single. Be careful now. I could swing that way. Be careful with me. The opportunist, man, they ruin the show. They sure do. Brett is the only one. Brett is one of those shy, normie boys like his friends. I don't know what normie is. But okay. He's not going 50-50 on that place. They had that place was beautiful. What? I almost called him SK. Kwame and Chelsea might be my least favorite couple, but that apartment is giving. Yes, Ashley, Kimberly got to be careful with me. Don't say too many nice compliments. I'm going to think that we go together. Oh, man. Why is Marshall not giving exclusive interviews to Black platforms? I don't know. Maybe he's not being asked. I don't know. I can't give you the answer to that. You'd have to ask Marshall about that one. How to describe a normie? Just normal and basic, I guess. Nothing wrong with it. Okay. Got it. I wouldn't ask. You know what, Jazzy? You're probably right. It's probably for the best we don't even investigate that. It's best we don't investigate that. Yeah. In the cut video, Tiffany brought up how Brett can be, I guess, kind of comforting or likes things to be controlling, and likes things to be his way. But didn't I say that? Didn't I say that? And I'm not saying it's y'all, but some people, ooh, see, when I feel something in my spirit, I'm gonna stick with it. I don't care how much you guys bully me. Because I was like, this man is particular. He's very particular. I could see it. So I'm not even surprised that she thought he was a bit controlling. Yeah, duh. He likes his things the way that he put them. Don't be shifting Brett's stuff. Brett don't like that. Brett don't like that. I said that and the people said, you just trying to find a problem with everybody. I said, well, all right, let me shut up then. Let me shut up. Paulina. Oh, baby girl, we're almost out of here. We're here for like 10 more minutes. I mean, the little wedding pan situation was telling. And even his apartment. The way that his apartment was, I was like, everything has its place. And don't let anybody come and shift it. Brett might have an issue with that. He might have an issue with that. You know he's not being asked because he was taking the high road in interviews. Who are we talking about? Are we talking about Marshall? Hi, Bradley. Bradley's another one who likes to flirt with me. Bradley and Kimberly, I'd be careful if I was y'all. Okay? You see this finger? Empty. I'd be careful. Brett's too stuck in his ways. I see him freaking out like the pan situation. I don't think he would freak out. I just think he's somebody who's anal about things. So I don't think he would blow out on somebody or anything like that, but I just think he'd be agitated. He'd be agitated. Kwame did a space on Twitter. Oh, y'all talking about Kwame. What did he say? What did he say? Do tell. I think he's just a bit particular, but I'm sure through communication there will be compromise. Yeah, 1000%. And I think like all I was saying was I think it's better for them to get a mutual space and start from scratch, so that they can both have a say in where things go and how things are situated, and it's not like my space is being invaded. But yeah. Oh, he spilled. Do tell. Do tell. I would like to know. You mentioned in previous videos you're open to dating. Since we're here, what are your top 3 must-haves? I don't even know. Be taller than me, be a big man, and love the Lord. From there, we can work on the rest. We can work on the rest. I do need the tea. Oh, Marshall spilled on Jackie. Will somebody tell us the deets, man? Guys, somebody. We got about 6 more minutes before I gotta go. We've been on here for an hour and a half. We can't be here all night. Who knows what's going on? Who was in the Twitter space? Did anybody record? Was it Estelle? Estelle, baby. Are you too busy loving this American boy? Estelle, honey, what's the tea, baby? Oh, they recorded it. Can I find it? Can I find it like online? Hold on. Let me go on. You sent the. Where did you send it? Where'd you send the link? Did you put it on Discord? Did you send it to my Instagram? Girl, tell me what's the deal? Yes, to which one? On Instagram, I'm assuming. Let me open my Instagram. Oh, in the chat, I don't see it. Can you send it to my Instagram, Estelle? If you have Instagram. Yeah. We'll wait for us, Estelle, to keep us up to speed on what's going on in the Twitter streets. Interesting. Rumor has it Micah there are so many rumors when it comes to this season. Oh my goodness. So many rumors. This season is crazy. This season is absolutely insane. Estelle, let us know when you sent it. Nice piping hot seat. You know what I mean? Yes. Keep us up to date. Netflix probably wanted all this mess to go on. More eyes on Love is Blind. Listen, and I'm pretty sure that's why they weren't mad at like Jackie doing her foolishness, because it kept the show talking. It kept us talking about the show, not kept the show talking. Okay. Oh, he was talking to the Laid Baird people. Okay, let's go. Wait, is this like the whole thing? Or is it a snippet?
Okay, interesting. Yeah. Do you regret telling that story?
My life. When I went to LIB, I landed from vacation with 24 hours to pack, and the production team can give you we can give you the receipts because at that point you needed to test for COVID.
Estelle, do you know where it is? Because this is 2 hours long. Do you know where it is? So resourceful. Listen, when you're trying to get the tea, you're gonna make a way. You're gonna make a way. Do you know how far in it is?
Right before you go, they connection or physical aspect of it. There were things that were behind it, like her, getting the boxers and bringing them into the pod for us to a team. I work in tech. I work in tech leadership.
In general, to your other castmates, your other co-mates, yeah.
Yeah. So I think the questions that were asked were very fair. The only issue that I had, I think, for the most part, were the questions directed towards Paul, especially because it felt like it was in defense of Micah. It really felt like Micah was being kind of like rockabye babied, you know? And I didn't like that because I think we all played a big part in what we did, and I know Micah was not innocent. And so when it got turned onto like this whole Paul, tell us why you didn't say no, or tell us why you said no, tell us why you said you couldn't be a mother. Like those are the only parts where I was a little upset, you know. But apart from that, I thought everyone else got their just dues.
Did
I
she
do think
apologize, by the way?
Micah,
Did she apologize?
did
Yeah.
Vanessa. Um, I don't know, but
You
I
don't know if
also
she
don't
apologized?
blame Vanessa. No, I haven't seen. I think so. She sent Paul some
Okay.
flowers. But I don't know. Like, this is what I got to be honest with, right? It's like she has a job. She has to
Of
ask these
course.
questions. So social media might have a really negative outlook on it, but like she wants to make sure that she satisfies the people that pay her with what she's
No,
giving.
absolutely.
You know?
I do agree
Yeah.
that she does have a job. I just think that my only critique, because I didn't think she was that bad as a presenter. I think her and Nick do a great job. I just think that there could have been other
Yeah.
questions that she could have asked instead of like over rewatching, because it was definitely uncomfortable for us as viewers. I don't think there's any sensible viewer that would have said you should ask this question. I think we would have been more interested in the scoop between Jackie and Marshall. Do you know what I mean? I think there could have been other questions or other ways that she could have, asked you guys questions. But it's already done. It's already done. What's done is done. We've got, who else? It was Brown Skin Honey. Are you there?
Okay, so Kwame is upset that they didn't dig into Micah enough. Personally, if we're talking about being upset and not being not digging deep enough, we could point that at you too, Mr. Qualix. Anyways, whatever. Thank you, Chantal. Thank you, Chantal. Let's be for real. They didn't dig that much into Kwame either. Next. It is not the pot calling the kettle black because... Anyways, guys, thank you for tuning in to the live. Shout out to all you international people. Nicole is another one that you guys need to watch. Same thing that I said about Tammy Talks. Y'all need to go check out Nicole as well. Woo! Y'all need to check out all the lovely people. I think that we're trying to do... Well, I don't know who's been invited, so maybe let me not say, but let me say keep an eye out for my face on other platforms and other familiar faces on other platforms as well. Let me say that and keep it pushing. So yeah, I love kikiing with you guys too. It's been fun. It's been great. Y'all have a good night. Have a good rest. Support all the girlies and the guys and the gays and the everybody's, okay? I love you deep too, dear, Dr. G. You ain't get the see, Nicole. The reason why you didn't get an invite is because it needs to be me and you. That is well overdue. It needs to be me and you. When you want to do that? Since you in the room, since everybody is at attendance, is When are we doing it, Nicole? When are we linking up, Nicole? Tell me when to jump and I'll jump, sis. Not me putting you on the spot. How rude. That's so rude. Oh, I did you so dirty with that. I'm sorry. That was rude. Love Island is in 4 weeks. Ooh, we back, Nicole. We back in our bags. We back in our bags. I will DM you. I'll DM you right now. So yeah, y'all keep an eye out. And thank you for supporting us. We love it, honestly. Other people got day jobs. I don't. So I really love the support. I do. Get her, Nicole. She's single. No. What? Bye, guys. We're starting to get unhinged. Later.